love like I do. Don't you? Don't you? The sadness live inside you. Hold you, mold you. When you're lost, you pay any cost. Just mute the noise, get back the choice. But you hear every voice singing off every track. So consume what you can, you'll feel some control. They say don't worry, don't worry. Close your eyes, close your eyes. Close your playing Warpaint to ease your mind. He's a little honey now. Take your time. Yeah. Take your time. Float downstream in your dream and turn on your mind. Follow me through the darkness, or will you, or won't you? Simply love like I do. It haunts you, and it wants you. And when it's too much, you'd give it all up to feel it's enough. Now deal with the fuss. So peel back the rush, jump on a cloud. You're the captain of the sky. Ooh, perfect color proud. They say don't worry, just close your eyes, close your eyes. Close playing Warpaint to ease your mind. He's a little honey now. But take your time. Take your time. Float downstream on the dream and turn off your mind. I hope I never ever come down. I hope I never ever come down. Oh, without you, I need you. Oh, yeah, I do. They say don't worry, close your eyes, close your eyes. Put your playing Warpaint to ease your mind. He's a little honey now. Ooh, can you please take your time? Oh, you got to try to take your time. Float down the street in your dreams and then turn on your mind. He's where you shine, little. Oh, like you shine, little. Something little lady won't ever come down. No. Never come down. I just don't ever come down.
I really like that song. Put your Warpaint on. That's some good stuff, yo. A few of you there probably spread out through the internet, losing channels, dropping like flies. They really like throwing down on that that misinformation strike because of the hospitals and shit. Yeah, no, I see Lawsuit City with all that stuff. Right lawyer will want to just go right at him with that. But I'm not here for that. Oh, yeah, tune out. Oh, man, there's Cox. Oh, geez, it's Cox. Tune out. It's that psychological mind F they got to try to do to you, too. Oh, man. Happy Sunday morning across the internet. This is Mr. Cox doing a double dip from yesterday because yesterday's stream got struck. Ah, wow, lost a channel yesterday. Oh, man, she's down for a while. All over, I don't know what's talking about truth in hospitals or something. I mean, I wish they would pinpoint the part where I actually said something so I can refute it. And if I was wrong after the research, you know, then I'll correct it. I don't mind. Just tell me what we did wrong here. Now, just wait down for some hospital talk. Wow. Incredible. Wherever you're at in the internet, say something. Hey, what's up, man? Sunday morning blaster. We're doing a double dip from yesterday since we lost that stream from yesterday. I can't even remember what I said. That could have been talking about hospitals or something. I wonder if I'll get struck for talking about hospitals. What do you think, Chad? Probably Commyville. That's why we go all across the internet, man. All across the board, light it up. Whatever you got left, let's go. Whatever your channel on, whatever channel you're on this morning, Chad. Good morning. I don't even know. Don't say. Yeah. Got a hospital talk strike. I bet you that little commie telly. You didn't want people to freaking just bust his ass out. It was too tough, and he's got to lie his way out of it. It's the GCHQ red coat shit. Bowing down to it. Book burn. You like the book burn over on that side. But guess what, though? I think we got private access. I found a way around it. Uh-oh. You see, that's why you guys come here. So you guys come here is figure out what I figure out. Try to figure out what I just figured out. Oh, man. So you're going to like this. We've got a video that went behind a paywall. But I think Mr. Cox found a way around it. Try to book burn it behind a paywall. That's stupid. That's even more stupid. Oh, man. We got some bad audio. Because Amateurville Jeff... This is going to be kind of a little sensitive information as far as, you know, let's just say if, get it out of this, let's just get the disclaimer out of the way, okay? Anybody got suicidal thoughts, shit like that, just call a helpline, call a family member. I would try to say avoid doing welfare checks because there's too much LARPing going on. For some reason. But somebody, you know, threatens to commit suicide in your presence, public, whatever, try to take it semi-serious, unless it's Vic, because he likes, I mean, now we're up to like 5 or 6 people he's threatened to commit suicide in front of. But call somebody, and I did, you know, when he did that on the cell phone. Yeah, I mean... getting a welfare check done and then maybe being institutionalized over like LARPing, that's fucked up, dude. But just don't LARP about it in the first place. How about that? Wouldn't that be the ultimate advice? Don't LARP just because you might have gotten yourself in some deep shit, right? Or have, you know, tendencies, or ideation, okay, just... But Jeff here, wait till you hear this. Once again, we made it behind a paywall. How did Mr. Cox make it behind a paywall? without paying. Okay, that's my point.
'Cause your life and my life, oh, it's something more than the world can see. If you're reading this, it means that, oh, I'm still alive and heading on the life that you gave me to survive. Oh, do you believe when I say, win and never quit, and win and never win? No, no. Too many reasons not to stay, so I'll be the only one when the song says no, no. I will be the last one standing. I will be the last one standing. Too long I lived in the dark, always searching for the light. Too long I lived in the wrong, always wondering what's right. But my life and your life is all the world will know. If you found this, it means that, oh, I'm still alive and heading on the love that you gave me to survive. Oh, you never leave me, never say, quit and never quit, and win and never quit. No, no, no. So there's a reason not to stay. So I'll be the only one when the song says no, no, no. I will be the last one standing. I will be the last one standing. I will be the last one standing. No, I will be the last one standing. No, no, I will be the last man standing. The last one standing.
That is a good track by the Monophonics. That was also the first track from the Warpaint song was from Monophonics. Pretty good band. And they're supposed to like sound old. But this track's from like 4 years ago. But yeah, how about just try being the last man standing there? How about that? Instead of when you get backed into a freaking corner, oh, I'm gonna jump off a bridge like somebody else did to me, right? Oh, I'm gonna go jump off a bridge. That just pisses people off more, by the way. Yeah, Monophonics, last one standing. We'll get into some drama here in a minute. Yeah, it's a good track. Check them out. That old sound's coming back. Speaking of old sound here, God, at least I didn't sound amateur. See, that's not an amateur sound right there. Keep on strong. This ain't no Mally Doo-Doo music heel stream. So we're going to get into some controversial content that I don't mind making awareness on it, just because people like to LARP like they're going to off themselves. They get backed into a corner. And like Vic, I mean, we've been warning about Mr. Rodney Bowman for quite a while. Many people he's done it to now. Now it's in public. See, just kind of keep pressing them. So just, dude, you want to be the last man standing, don't you? But the thing is, I mean, some of these guys get caught up in having to be the professional at one thing, you know, like even like Scotty Cuccarati, he's professional at just a couple of things. He thinks anyway. But I don't know. I think being a man would be to have as much knowledge in all departments as possible. Just, I mean, that's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Many tools in your tool belt. If you only got a saw and a hammer, you know, you're going to probably be building a crooked house. Okay. Just saying. So, Mr. Cox made it behind a paywall without paying. Just saying. So, eat a bucket of bullets, internet bullets. Boy. Bad audio alert. Amateur audio alert.
Say, I've been pulling away from it, man.
It clears up a little bit, though.
I've been feeling a lot better.
Wow. Yeah, I know.
I don't talk about my thing going on in my life.
Yeah, you told me you're killing yourself.
But I'll open up a little bit.
Sure.
I have depression.
I know.
Depression.
It clears up a little bit.
Dark place.
I know it does.
And when I get called at.
So this is Jeff, and this is Jeff playing Vic's Spurg stream, we'll call it, from yesterday. Vicky's Spurg stream. Minor attracted person. And even when you release the evidence that he's, you know, threatening to off himself, they don't listen. It's okay, because they're not supposed to believe me anyway, because they need to go by the mainstream narrative, topside bullshit, not even scratch the surface, shill shit being peddled by influencers. How did that sound? Right? Okay. So when you put out the evidence, they're not going to listen to anyone. Now that he's done it to Jeff a couple of times, now Jeff's going to make some awareness on it, but he's also going to saying here that he needs to call in a welfare check on Mr. Vicki, but doesn't even know where he's at. Now, this is the drama part of it, okay, that trying to make light of a bad situation again, but the suicide LARPing is the bad situation. Don't do it like Eric Shilkerson did with that unregistered sicko Connors. Doing a suicide LARP, knowing what you're doing, not later on say, oh, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what it was. I'm sorry. And give concessions to somebody like Scotty Cuccarati. Put some beats behind that.
Wanted to die. What I said.
Right.
I feel horrible. I feel real horrible. But when I start feeling horrible, I start thinking of unaliving myself. I knew it was that. 4 attempts. Good attempt.
Hold on. I think Vic needs a welfare check.
He needs a welfare check. There it is. Right. So now he's admitting, and there needs to be awareness raised to this topic. Okay. Easy to look up the number if that's not right. But I would suggest, call family members, friends that aren't all weighed down in their life by, like Shay. Calling up Shay. She's a busy single mom. And doesn't need Vic suicide LARPing to her on the phone because he's feeling a little depressed. Get some fucking fresh air, touch grass, unplug like you said you were, put your sword down like you said you were, get a new perspective on life. Yeah, accomplish some things because that's what men do to feel better about themselves, I think. Right? Knock some stuff off your to-do list.
He's suicidal. For his own safety, I better call the police.
We got Moose. I'll just kind of read the chat. I did set up the camera, maybe for later or something. But yeah, you got RSO Moose in the chat. And I call him that because he likes to call me Chomez. And that's people that have to say stuff like that to begin with and then can't answer questions about did you start with somebody else to be called RSO Moose. He's, Cox is calling me RSO Moose. Brr. Well, you want to cuck to the agenda like what Vicki wants to put out and admits that he's lying even. But you kind of get caught up in it there, Moose. And then he says, Mitch, don't you like being cucked? Dude, you're the biggest cuck out there right now, Moose. You don't realize it. You just eating it up like I've seen many others. And all of a sudden you crash. Definitely RSO Moose ain't gonna be the last man standing out there.
It's kind of concerning, to be honest with you. He's told me this so many times, and let me make a phone call real quick.
He's totally. Oh, is he control saying fake calling the pigs now?
It's not worth it.
I agree with this one on Moose. Mitch will never own anything. I wouldn't say never in anything, but he has a hard time getting right down to the focal point. Okay, let's put it that way. Like some other streamers, I won't mention names in that, but would say, oh, I got a clip to show you, and it's almost here. And 11 hours later, he might find the clip or get down to the bottom of a 3-minute clip and not address the beginning of the clip where the beef is, and he's picking at the scraps on the floor at the end of the clip. See, it's a very good integrity test, these shorter videos that are, to the point. Sometimes I will, like Scotty, I would call him after he wanted smoke. I would call him and just play Mikey True 2020 videos. He's, why are you playing Mikey True 2020 videos here to me on the phone? This is stupid. I go, well, do you want to be a cuck like him? You might want to listen to this. Do you want to end up like a cuck like Mikey True 2020? Since you want to talk about Moose, you're just right up there with Mikey True 2020, man. Definitely not, once again, the last man standing.
I'll play this while I do that.
Oh, he's going to play Vic while he calls the cops for a welfare check on a guy he doesn't even know where he's at. I mean, come on.
Good. Definitely get it, man. Spot.
Once again, we're behind the paywall without paying. Not going to tell you how I did it, but there you go.
That's why I try to stay away from all troublemakers. That's why I block your name. Because I don't want to have to fight with you. I believe that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, see, that's just the part that I wanted. Jeff's amateur audio over here pissing me off. These amateur broadcasters thinking there's somebody.
Look at mine. See,
Them
Jeff,
putting their
that's what you
content
don't do.
behind a paywall.
You're always looking at everybody.
Here, let's see if we get to the part where Jilly comes on. I guess Jilly came on or something. Oh, who's that?
This. Mitch, go live. Please go live.
Oh, yeah, Jeff needs saved.
Come on, Mitch.
I think he booted. Oh, wait a minute. Is there that telly on there?
Dreams. And I wanted to apologise for that. That was all, Jeff. Jeff.
Yeah, right. Kelly, go ahead. Whatever.
I think, yeah. I mean, it's obvious that you know, I mean, you said you have the police with you now, didn't you, a little bit ago? So I've got to be a bit careful what I say.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so you got Richie with you now?
Kelly, speak.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just being cautious because you said you had the police with you now.
You're being no, don't be cautious. Just speak, dude.
Is there a police officer standing right next to you in the room you're recording in?
Just speak, Kelly.
Yeah, I don't think he's probably not allowed to answer that question, Ryan. No, I just after what you said when you kept calling me mate in that sarcastic tone and saying put another shrimp on the barbie, and
right,
you pointed out that I'm not in the USA and I live in a third world country, and
well, actually, I figured out that you're. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying it got me thinking. You got me thinking, and I thought, fuck, the guy's right. I can't carry a gun. I'm just jealous of. The living standards that there are in the United States and of you in particular, Jeff. And I just wanted to come up to apologise for my behaviour, that's all.
Thanks.
And, just hope that at some point in the future, we can be friends. And I saw that, Cat Eyes Wrench is fucking available. So maybe in the future, you might find it within your heart to fucking off them.
I appreciate that, Kelly. Brian, go ahead.
Is there a police officer standing next to you in the room you're in?
I cannot confirm or deny.
When you said you're with police, what do you mean?
I cannot. Confirm.
What a puke bag. What a puke bag little snitch, man. That's a waste of resources. Even if he called the cops on Vic, it's a waste of resources. You don't even know where he's at. You're going to call the cops on somebody you don't even know where they're at. That's why Vic goes around. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing, okay? If Vic wasn't such a fuck up, he would be semi-retired right now. Okay? I mean, lifting up and down a house, oh my God, somebody can do it. Anybody can do it if you really set your mind to it. Okay. But do you have the balls to be dropped off on top of a mountain in Valdez, Alaska from a heli and drop a few thousand feet real quick? Real quick. Just wondering. I mean, that's still not, any man, shit. I mean, it is, but... Oh, dang it. I think we lost our paywall. Fuck, we did. Yup. Somebody narked us out for being behind the paywall. Damn it. I shouldn't have screwed around with that. I did. We did. We lost our paywall. Somebody just reset my app and it... Oh, who narked us out, you little bastards? Oh, you little bastards. Somebody just reset my app and took us out from behind that paywall, you mother effers. See, I know I told you they listen in real time to try to figure out how to get ahead of what I can figure out what they're doing. Fucking idiots. Could you imagine having that type of job? We gotta stay ahead of clocks somehow. Right? Fucking Silicon Valley shill sellout pieces of shit. Don't try to silence people. How about that? We won't break through your little piece of shit firewalls and fuck you all up.
Wire $60,000 to my attorneys. Yay! Why did I do that, you might be wondering. Let's do a little recap here. So I do want to preface this whole video with saying this is just a little TLDR highlights point. This is not supposed to be the whole full thing because let me tell y'all, I'm going to give you a little teaser right here. Next week, I'm going to be doing at least one full day long fundraiser. And I'm going to be live pretty much the whole day. I'm going to try to do 6 hours, who knows, maybe more. And we're going to talk about all of the details of this case. We're going to get into documents. We're going to reread some stuff. We're going to look at some never before seen body camera footage. We're going to look at some clips that I have not shown y'all before that are in the public record. It's going to be a huge party celebrating that I continue to win and I continue to be prosperous and I continue to succeed. Amen. There it is. There it is. Hashtag God's favorite. But for the purposes of this video today, I just wanted to give y'all a brief recap of why this unwell woman thought that she was going to sue me in the first place. In order to do that, we got to rewind.
Here we go. Social chat, you're going to like this, right? Yeah, fuck them, dude. You're going to like this. This one won't get reset on us. They literally, my app reset to get me out of that video behind the paywall. Dum-dums. Because I do that, so they have to do that. But anyways, a social media influencer, shillbag, piece of shit, Silicon Valley influencer, has got to try to go after BJ here. Woman that's... I played her videos before because she backed Long Island audits. Pretty good. Got him out of a lot of shit, I think. But, I mean, he created the shitstorm to be able to, pull the rug from out under him. In a sense, he just needed good backing, and he does. It's because of BJ backed him. And they found a whole bunch of shit. Like, more. I mean, look at it. That was a perfect scenario. Long Island Audits goes into a specific facility. Public facility. Starts filming, let's say in front of the paywall, right? In the public, he's filming and gets arrested. BJ goes and backs him. They start filming, do some stuff, start digging, and find, let's just say, the ultimate muffin of corruption. They just find the goods because they started digging. Just simply started digging on him. Follow the money. And all of a sudden, BJ is targeted. Lo and behold, doesn't take long before BJ here gets targeted, and she's 60 grand in the hole defending herself, and she's even a lawyer herself that turned in her bar card because she saw how fucked up it all was. Talk about some drama. Did you imagine getting 50, 60, 100,000 views on your videos, just spilling the truth, and then all of a sudden you're being sued by a social media influencer?
Gotta go back. We gotta get in the time machine and go all the way back to 2022. Now, it's cold. It's February. Imagine you're cold. It's February 2022. This is kind of fresh off the heels of me quitting my job, right, from Lou Taylor, Britney Spears' business manager. She came and hired the law firm I was working at as a first-year lawyer right out of law school. Britney Spears' business manager did not like that I was telling people that she had conflicts of interest with her investment firm that she started, Stonebridge Investment Counsel. And so she bided her time, girl. Yes, she did. She waited until I started at that law firm. 2 months later, not even 2 months. 2 months. 2 months later, she hired the law firm. And then she's like, stop making videos about me, through my employer or whatever. I mean, y'all have heard that story before too. But that happened in February 2021. All right. So a year later, February 2022, I'm kind of still reeling from all of that, still trying to get my bearings. Like, what am I going to do? Am I going to go back to being a lawyer again? Like, I didn't think that I probably was, because I didn't want anybody being able to tell me what to do like that. I did not want to ever have anybody have a paycheck or anything over my head that they could try and tell me what to do ever.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's why she turned in her bar card. That's why she just started kind of making videos. Dude. But to have social media influencers coming at you left and right, see, that's why they shadow ban the shit out of me. You know, I mean, I put a couple of their influencers on blast, like Bridget Nielsen, the hybrid alien mama, right? Damn, that'll get you kind of shut down. After I do structured water videos, that's what I was doing. Getting 20,000 hits on videos, and then start putting some real influencers on blast and see what happens. I'm not even joking. It's no joking. Went from doing the structured water videos in the first channel, 20,000 views and a handful of videos, then started putting Bridget Nielsen on blast and saw what happened. Oh, dude, just toggle switches were flying on the account. Just lock that shit down. Shut it down. Oh, I love it. I love putting it all to the test. You little shitbag, Silicon Valley. You don't want me ahead of you, you know. But when I do, oh my God, they triggered. I love it. Love it. You're wasting your life force energy on unlimited funds from Soros shit. And and then I'm getting struck for talking about hospitals. Let's put it that way.
And I gave up my law license for exactly that reason, because I don't want anything that can be held over my head, right? So it's February 2022. I've been doing activism online for at least about 2 years at this point.
Get him, BJ.
And somebody told me Bam Margera from Jack was in.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing. She met up with Bam Margera. She's from that kind of area. I think Mass, maybe. She might be in Connecticut or Mass, closer to New York. But I'm not trying to dox where she's at. I'm just giving you a general location, because I think isn't Gloucester or something like that? Isn't that in Mass or Connecticut or something like that? I know I'm butchering the name. I'm a West Coaster, okay?
Conservatorship. I didn't know if that was true or not. I didn't know. So I start looking into it. Come to find out, yes, he was. Bam Margera was in a conservatorship. He couldn't have his phone. Nobody had heard from him, at least the public, in months and months. It was like, where's Bam Margera? I mean, that's what really started it.
They're holding him hostage.
Well, I start looking into it, and turns out the person who had applied for the conservatorship for Bam was
You know what? Thank God for BJ looking into Bam Margera. Where did he go? What's going on with him? You know, people should be glad that, you know, that Cappy's supposed suicide is still being looked into. You know what I'm saying?
By the name of Lima Takali.
Oh, wait a minute. I want to go back.
Bam Margera. I mean, that's what really started it all.
Oh.
Well, I start looking into it, and turns out the person who had applied for the conservatorship for Bam was a woman by the name of Lima Takali Yevremovich.
Oh,
now, Lima Takali
dox the shit
Yevremovich
out
has
of her.
other names. Lima Mora, April Mora was the URL tag on her LinkedIn at some point. Lima Yevremovich.
Hey, Tommy Boy Studios, you're lucky I'm not going on the deep dive like this, and at least she's not doxing addresses yet.
And Lima Takali. Now, Takali could be spelled about 4 or 5 different ways. I ended up finding out some other stuff about this woman, but very importantly, what I found out was this is not her first rodeo. Bam Margera, that was not her first rodeo of trying to conserve somebody. Now, in my opinion, conservatorships are slavery. You're taking away someone's rights and you're giving them to somebody else.
She's got, in her opinion, written like 10 times on her screen. But you see, that's kind of the pinpoint. You want to go after Hollywood. You know it's dirty. You want to be a truth teller, but you really can't pinpoint it. You're just complaining and crying, right? You get down to, in my opinion, you got it written 10 times on your screen, and you're saying it's modern day slavery, what they're doing in Hollywood. Holy shit, man. I'm going to go back just a little bit farther.
this is not her first rodeo. Bam Margera, that was not her first rodeo of trying to conserve somebody. Now, in my opinion, conservatorships are slavery. You're taking away someone's rights and you're giving them to somebody else. There was some back and forth, amongst the peanut gallery on whether or not Bam was in a conservatorship or a guardianship. For all intents and purposes, it's the same thing.
I would say that Bam had to go into mellow mode after his friend, I would say, pretty much committed suicide behind the wheel, drunk in a Lamborghini or I think it was a Diablo, but and I can't remember his name. Maybe somebody that's still listening. No, he lost a few people, but what was Bam's friend's name? They were all in Jackass together, and I can't remember his name, but we'll throw a little bit of a shout out and some coffee on the ground for him. But still, yeah, I mean, going out in a Diablo, hitting a guardrail drunk isn't the last man standing either.
Somebody's rights and you're giving them to somebody else. And we're talking about inalienable.
That's what I'm saying. I think because of that car accident, him losing his friend, he had to mellow out. And he was drinking hard himself, and I think Bam Margera may have gone sober too, had to at least for a while or something.
Rights too. Like the government decides the rights ain't inalienable anymore and they can give them to somebody else.
Right.
Anyway, this wasn't her first rodeo. No, it was not. She had actually, this woman, gone on huge YouTube channel. Soft White Underbelly. It had like
Soft White Underbelly. Interesting. Thing is, okay, we're talking the next level after the beta test of some muffin bakery action. Okay. The beta testing on smaller little pockets like the Bundy movement. Trucker movement, go a little bit bigger with the Las Vegas ooting community, infiltrate the shit out of the pred catchers and cop watchers, then shoot for even bigger. Okay, Bam Margera is pretty big to try to get him on, recruit him to be on your side. That's some serious muffin bakery action. After the beta testing worked, go bigger, involve attorney generals, shitbags like CP Ed, where his wife's saying there's something weird going on with the attorney general's office in a recorded interview. And my husband, after he raped me, come on. And they told her block communications with CP Ed. Weird shit. That's trying to go next level bigger to shut down CPP Tommy, other pred catchers that are getting 300,000 views. Same with the cop watchers, 300,000 views. Here's your pattern between the cop watchers and the pred catchers, okay? CPP Tommy gets accused of graping Sherry because he's married. If he wouldn't have been married, it would have been infiltrate the shit out of him with a Lufa account, right? Somebody like Lufa. Like they did the slow vids, dumb. Unless that was just a good play fight LARP. But still, play fight LARPing, like when Tacos says, "Oh, Cox, you gotta be my play fight partner on the internet." Fuck that, but I'll give you a sample. Watch it freak out. You don't do that to people. That's stupid as shit, wanting to play fight LARP. You don't ask me. Other people might want to. I just don't need to. Okay? Just saying. Don't even ask. You'll piss me off. But anyways, kind of back to Bam Margera. Yeah, I can see everything, how it's being infiltrated. Next level. Grift off of it. Get Denise Mad Cow to sew up some socks, some blankets, throw some cockroaches in the box and start sending them out to people. $10 a slice, right? Keep it small and easy. $10 a slice. Grift the shit out of it. As you got the Muffin Man in the background saying, he's not a businessman, he's just a music producer. A music composer, as he's calling, and we played it yesterday. People heard it, as he's calling Denise Mad Cow, and they're talking business. I mean, come on, dude, it's stupid as fuck. That's your muffin bakery shit. But it's always the next level. I mean, look up the Music and Muffins video. I think it's on a few channels. Shows the whole pyramid scheme. That got a whole channel taken down with no strikes. Just dropping that in Shizzle's chat room. I loved it. That whole channel went down, no strikes. Appeal went in, and 2 months later, literally 2.5 months later, it pops up back out of the blue. No strikes on it. No email, nothing. Okay, I see how it goes, right? Interesting.
2.5 million subscribers at the time, maybe 3 million, something like that.
All right, so Lima Yamramovich.
So here's the influencer on
you have a company
Soft White Underbelly. She's the victim, like
what do you guys do?
she's a victim. She's
So
been
we're all
stalked.
about data-driven healing. Our goal is to use technology to scale affordable, high-quality treatment services.
She had gone on Soft White Underbelly, kind of telling people how to put their loved ones in a conservatorship.
Oh, damn.
All right. Lima
she's
and Larry,
such an influencer. She's gross.
Amanda's final court hearing this morning.
Oh, my God, man. She's such a horrible, nasty-looking influencer in this interview on Soft White Underbelly. Oh, my gosh. Just her first appearance and her smile, it just smells like Pepto-Bismol influencer congressional meeting. Moldy donuts and muffins in the back with 2-day-old coffee that they kept warm for you. Oh my gosh. Oh, horrible.
As discussed in the last video, we were going for an LPS conservatorship to get Amanda committed to a program and to ensure that we had power of attorney to make the decisions for Amanda. So in the last 72 hours, I've been trying to do damage control, and I actually woke up at 2:30 a.m. this morning to make sure that court at 8:30 in the morning went fine.
She's doing so much better just being off the streets in an environment where she's being controlled.
Yeah, Lima's been amazing. I mean,
she's a detail person.
So this influencer will even hit the streets. This is what I'm gathering. Will hit the streets and make sure their subject that's being controlled makes it to court.
Tell my troops.
And so it's really important to note that in cases where it's a public defender, there's a lot of people. These are very short trials. So I think that it's really important for other people out there that are looking to do something like this for their family member, to not just purely lean on the system and expect that just because that person has a representative, that representative will do what it takes.
I think you've done most of the hard work in Amanda's case.
Yeah, it's been really hard.
There's
something that you can file, which is helpless child status. Had Larry filed it, we would have no problem covering Amanda's care. But if you are a veteran and your child has mental health issues, I highly recommend that before they turn 18 to ask about helpless child status for their family member.
If you went to her website at the time, it gave you a step-by-step on how to do it.
For their family member.
And step 1 said conservatorship.
Dude, even in that interview, and I almost wish I could put the camera on it a little bit better, in her body language analysis, she definitely failed as far as like the direction she had to look when she's talking about that. Down to the right. Kind of middle to the right. Let me see.
If you went to her website at the time, it gave you a step-by-step on how to do it.
For their family member.
And step 1 said conservatorship.
Up to the left. I thought maybe the camera was flipped there for a second.
To ask about helpless child status. For their family member.
If you went to her website at the time, it gave you a step-by-step on how to do it.
For their family member.
And step 1 said conservatorship or jail. Step 2 was detox, step 3, whatever. But this was all for the purpose of getting the loved one or the person into a court-ordered legal arrangement where they lost some of, if not all of, their rights. Okay?
We were going for an LPS conservatorship.
Oh, wow.
And the purpose was that...
Put them on a street, like street lizards or something like that, right? And then have them make sure that, wow, that's almost like some Midnight Productions type shit. Use them in film, whatever. Slavery, maybe. Well, it is. It's kind of modern day slavery. They gain access to your rights and you're the slave. Just because somebody signed you up through the website. Interesting.
Was to get Amanda committed to a program and to ensure that we had power of attorney to make the decisions for Amanda.
She's being controlled.
So I start looking into this woman and come to find out she's actually already attempted to get a conservatorship on another high-profile individual on this Soft White Underbelly channel. Now, this woman's name was Amanda Rabb. She was a huge fan favorite on Soft White Underbelly. She started appearing as a subject on this show back in like December 2019, and she was a frequent flyer. I mean, she came back over and over and over again. Now, Mark Lata would say at the time that he didn't have repeat people on his show or whatever, but she was repeat. He had her on more than once. And as the time went on, as these appearances went on with Amanda, they started to be intertwined with this woman who would later become Bam Margera's guardian, Lima Yevremovich. Now, Lima was on Mark Lata's channel talking about her business. And what was her business? It was a company called AURA, Autonomous User Rehabilitation Agent. Now, what Lima purported that her business was doing was using virtual reality technology in a treatment type setting with clinicians. She claimed that this virtual reality technology could be used on people struggling with substance use disorder, substance abuse, PTSD, eating disorders. I mean, it was basically looking like it was like a miracle manna sent straight from the heavens above. But the more I started looking into this business, the more I realized that the claims that Lima was making seemed to be unsubstantiated in the public record. Like, I looked high and low on the FDA approval website for anything about virtual reality being used for any of those purposes, much less AURA, and I couldn't find nothing. I mean, this was back 2 years ago, right? February 2022. So then I'm like, all right, well, let's look into this girl, Amanda.
That's what we talk about, the NRG NLP. So they're using them like in their pyramid scheme, in a sense, just to make money off of them because they got a little bit of traction from a bigger channel. So seek them out even from the streets and try to take their life over. Sounds familiar in a few situations.
Who used the technology, right?
I want to go back.
Any of those purposes, much less AURA, and I couldn't find nothing. I mean, this was back 2 years ago, right? February 2022. So then I'm like, all right, well, let's look into this girl, Amanda, who used the technology, right? Oh my God! What the? Oh!
Yeah, use her as an experiment with a VR headset. She was kind of panicking. But yeah, use them as freaking cannon fodder for remapping through VR and shit like that. That's crazy.
Well, Amanda did not survive. She didn't survive for a full year under Lima's care. Now, why didn't Amanda survive? That's my next question.
What?
A lot of people say, oh, Lima killed her. I don't think that. That's not what I said. I never said that. I actually wanted to take it from Lima's mouth. Okay, so wouldn't you know, Lima had already put out a video on Soft White Underbelly purporting to tell the public exactly how Amanda died. Here's the video right here. See the title? Amanda Autopsy Results, Lima. What does that tell to you? What does that indicate to you? Does it indicate to you that maybe Lima is reading the autopsy results just from the title alone? That's what I thought. I thought, yeah, okay, yes. We're going to find out.
Wow.
How Amanda died.
Use them right up like in Midnight Productions type
pretty
shit.
serious that she died, right? I mean, you wouldn't expect a 25-year-old in rehab, in treatment, who's been in there for months and months and months to just keel over. I mean, I wouldn't expect that.
She had passed away. It's been a really, really big shock for us.
So, hallelujah, happy day. Here come Lima to read the autopsy results. And then there's more reiteration in the video to lead the public to believe that what she's going to read is the autopsy results. Like at the beginning of the video, the host of the channel, Mark Lata, says, so Lima, we finally got Amanda's autopsy results.
All right, Lima.
All right.
Welcome back again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We haven't seen you in a while.
Yep.
So we finally, after how many months now? It's been like
It's been since
9 months or something?
April, May.
So we have the autopsy results for Amanda.
Yes, we do.
Then they had to wait. Well, we had to wait. It's been 6 months, 7 months since April, since May. Yeah, they had to talk about how it's taken so long to get the autopsy results. It just took so long.
Which just came a couple days ago. Tell me what you know.
Yeah, so the reason that it took so long is because there was a lot of lack of documentation because Amanda was homeless. And so basically what they used was they did the autopsy, they looked at her medical records, and then Larry and I also sent in your videos to kind of show her condition from the drug use and the beatings that she took.
So now finally,
Oh, some beatings.
7 months after Amanda died in court-ordered treatment under Lima Yevremovich's ARA treatment plan.
Oh.
Also, she had been transferred across state lines. I do not want y'all to forget that because I think it's pretty important. She got court-ordered treatment from a court in California, but then she put the woman in a rehab in Las Vegas, and that's where she died. Okay. Then she triples down, right? First, we have the autopsy results in the title. Then we have them talking about why it took so long to get the autopsy results. And then, before she starts reading, Lima goes, I'm just going to read it word for word of what we got.
And so I'm just going to read it word for word of what we...
I'm totally smelling some Project Oasis type shit in that too, right there. Because it's about VR gaming and trying that on the masses. Now that's multifaceted, either through audio LARPs, a lot of audio, video, just through a channel. But exploit people. By exploiting people, I mean to the fucking max. They're getting beaten in rehabs. Something going on there, but or being hunted on the street by thugs to be taken in a little room with a freaking VR headset plastered to your head to see what'll happen. See if it can remap your brain to get you off of heroin. Now, that type of shit, that goes back to the Greada Treaty, in my opinion. Advanced technology in exchange for human experimentation. The intermingling thereof. Like Gas Buggy being a nuclear program. But where did they get really the schematics back in the 50s for nuclear? I mean, it was just kind of handed to them through the Greada Treaty, maybe through the Greys. Little gray men. But the thing is, well, going all the way with Project Oasis, multifaceted, abductions, beatings, small rooms. You have to wear the VR set. You know, that's some weird shit. But that's I think, let's say Trump gets elected. I want to believe, might not happen, but he's talked about in the past trying to work on the Black Ops operations that are funding the type of shit I'm talking about to target Americans. If he gets elected, and I'm gonna hope if he gets elected that he works on that right at the beginning. Probably not, but hey, I've been surprised in the past, let's put it that way, by certain events. This is very surprising because what it's doing, though, is more so confirming the things that I built theory on. This could be happening, but it's even more accelerated and on a bigger scale than I realized.
The autopsy results. And then, before she starts reading, Lima goes, I'm just going to read it word for word of what we got.
And so I'm just going to read it word for word of what we got. The cause of death was marked as a seizure disorder.
Oh.
Amanda never had seizures prior to being homeless.
Oh my gosh.
And,
well, that'd make sense with maybe some aneurysms and seizures from too much VR headset time.
They believe that it was post-traumatic epilepsy, but they couldn't mark it as post-traumatic epilepsy because of a lack of evidence. So
now remember, a 25-year-old woman is dead. She's dead. She's gone. She's dead. And now the public wants to know, how did she die? And here's Lima on a video called Autopsy Results, saying she's going to read word for word of what we got. So what did she actually say in that video, you might be wondering?
I'm just going to read a word for word of what we got. The cause of death was marked as...
Is this a falling bum operation where you serve blank papers, but no one in the crowd knows to the chief of police of Leon Valley, and you're supposed to serve him with a petition order and a 240 a U.S. Is it 18 or yeah? I think it's 18 USC 241 242. You're gonna shut down that chief of police, and you're falling bum buddies with the rodent, right? And rodent probably came up with it. Well, we got to get 1,000 people to stand down. How are you gonna do that? Well, serve the chief of police with fake papers, they charging them with 241 242 conspiracy shit like that, blank papers. Just go into the office and, in your mask, they're falling bum. That's the shit they pull off. She didn't turn around the papers and go, look, here it is. You're not seeing it. Wow. But epilepsy and sudden epilepsy, that's hilarious.
Seizure disorder.
And pour some coffee out on the ground for this poor soul that was taken out by VR. Epilepsy, seizures, and VR after result, and beatings. And probably aneurysms. Holy
Amanda's
shit.
cause of death was marked as a seizure disorder. If we would have had more documentation, it would have been marked as a homicide, and that was a major wake-up call.
And so they just marked it as a seizure disorder. If the traumatic brain injury and the assaults were well documented, they would have most likely marked it as a homicide. So that was a major wake-up call for all of us.
What?
If you're anything like me, you just are getting more and more questions than answers as the freaking seconds tick by here, right? So I'm like, all right, hold on. This lady said she's reading word for word of what they got. She's talking about traumatic brain injuries. She's talking about getting beat up, beatings on the streets. She's talking about RAPE. She's talking about seizures. And she says, Amanda never had seizures before.
Oh my God.
Okay, so a woman who never had seizures before died of a seizure disorder at 25 years old. It took 7 months to get the autopsy.
I only laugh because of how bad the whole production is and how easy to see through what they're doing. It's another form of human trafficking. It's messed up. But hey, at least some people are out there looking into it.
Report. And there was a chance they could have beat up, beatings on the streets. She's talking about RAPE. She's talking about seizures. And she says, Amanda never had seizures before. Okay, so a woman who never had seizures before.
Oh, the way BJ
died of a seizure disorder at 25 years old.
That's what cracks me up. BJ cracks me up.
And she says, Amanda never had seizures before. Okay, so a woman who never had seizures before died of a seizure disorder at 25 years old. It took 7 months to get the autopsy report. And there was a chance they could have marked it as a homicide. Okay, that's confusing to me. So I just wanted to cut all the crap. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but in the state of Nevada where Amanda did die, and in many states, maybe most, autopsy results from the coroner's office are public record. So I get the autopsy result, right? It's public record. So I get the autopsy results, public record. Some of it's redacted, but you know what's not redacted? The cause of death. The cause of death is not redacted. So it shows you right there on the autopsy report what the cause of death is. And I'm expecting, because Lima Yevremovich went on Mark Laita's channel on a video called Autopsy Results and said the cause of death was marked as a seizure disorder. I'm expecting to see at least something somewhere about a seizure, right? Because she said I'm a word for word of what we got, and they're talking about the autopsy results, and the video is titled Autopsy Result. When I tell y'all there's nothing in the whole thing about a seizure. Some of it's redacted. I don't know. Maybe it's in the redacted parts. But the cause of death very obviously is missing any reference to a seizure. You know what it says the cause of death is? cardiac arrhythmia. It has some complicating factors, including schizophrenia, hypertension, and obesity. Nothing about a seizure. In fact, there's nothing in there about a traumatic brain injury either. There's really nothing in there about traumatic anything. I mean, they talk about something about her tooth or something, but it's very, very interesting to me. And so at that point, I'm looking at the autopsy report in my hand that I got from the public records request, and I'm looking at the video
Dangerous.
of Lima and Mark saying we just got the autopsy report finally after so many months, and we're going to read word for word of what we got, and they don't add up. Okay.
The cause of death was marked as a seizure disorder.
And then I start asking myself questions like, who would be in the best position to know this information? Probably Amanda's healthcare guardian. Probably the person who got the court's order to put Amanda in their supervised treatment program. Lima. And so I reached a pretty obvious freaking conclusion. They lied. They lied, in my opinion. Okay.
I'm going to read it word for word of what we got. The cause of death was marked as a seizure disorder.
I mean, I can't be inside Lima's brain. But I can tell you one thing.
Wow. So she's got the actual document up on the screen next to the influencer reading something else, not being read word for word. See, that's some high-end state actor training there, huh, Menthol Man? Probably not even listening. See, some of these guys just aren't interested in the deep dive on how the nuts and bolts work of their own little dumbed-down reality environment, controlled environment.
Should have been reading word for word from the autopsy result on a video called Autopsy Results when she said, I'm going to read word for word of what we got. And that's not what she did. Now, later she would come out and say it was actually she was reading from an email. I never did see that email. Mark Lata also said and penned a comment that there was 2 autopsy results. There's two autopsy results.
All right.
And BJ only has the most recent one. Okay, fine. So at the time I was working with an investigation team, somebody from the investigation team did email, and they did say, hey, was there 2? Was there amendments to this? Like, what can we have all the file? They said, no, there was no amendment. That was the full and total and final report. So I just kept catching them. I just kept catching them saying stuff that just couldn't be verified in the public record. And I said they lied. Because in my opinion, they did lie. It is my strong belief and opinion to this very day she lied. And to this very day, I had to come out of my pocket so many hundreds of thousands of dollars so far.
Woo! So many hundreds of thousands of dollars. Holy shit, she's dangerous. In a good way. That's effective. Oh my gosh, but soft white underbelly not looking good for him. Might be another one that we've found out there that might like to target homeless people for some of these programs or to exploit them through the pyramid scheme. Sorry if people can't hang with that, and it might be a little too deep and too conspiracially factual. Wow. Proven on many levels here. And BJ just like, she always kind of sews in what I think this could be happening. And all of a sudden it's confirmed. Because she does the deep dive and can spend the money on it. Holy shit, man. Yeah, that's...
Thank you, amen, and all of that.
We're going back a little bit.
G, and total and final report. So I just kept catching them. I just kept catching them saying stuff that just couldn't be verified in the public record. And I said they lied. Because in my opinion, they did lie. It is my strong belief and opinion to this very day she lied. And to this very day, I had to come out of my pocket so many hundreds of thousands of dollars so far. Thank you, amen, and all of that.
Flip.
Lakshmi, G, Waheguru, and everybody else. Because somehow, some way, I've been able to keep making payments to these lawyers. Now I am still in a lot of debt. I am still in a lot of debt. And there's people out here, haters I'll call them, who seek to make me feel ashamed for being in this debt. I'm not ashamed.
Right, but for her being her, and in the end, when she wins in the countersuits, it'll all be paid back. See, and that's how our monetary debt system works. You can put, it's like Trump did, he can put himself in $1 billion worth of debt and climb his way out real quick. But that's the system that they created. I mean, suing each other is the best income there is, I guess. I'm not about that. I just want to make videos and shit and use my mouth and sound stupid if I want to.
You can take everything from me. I will never, ever stop. I will never
Yep.
stop
See?
looking for the truth. And when I find it, I will never, ever stop telling.
And that's to me, she's saying she coming after you MFers through discovery and countersuits, motherfuckers. But does she have the right people on let's say on the hook? But they always send the cannon fodder like the influencer to take the hit, where the influencer might not have that much money. But this is an echelon where the influencer could have some money to go after, but still think it's swinging higher. There's still that's just the squid farm and the puppy mill in a sense that the influencer's running, not the muffin factory. Okay, there's an in between, maybe the bakery, okay, the back rooms or the muffin bakery where they plan scripts, but the actual factory where they're cutting the checks to anonymous accounts that really have no name, fake name, whatever, right? It's stupid too. Through what? Probably funded through Project Oasis. But to make it legitimate, it has to come through maybe DHS or the other 3-letter agencies to help mask the money laundering somehow. Whatever it really is, that's just kind of a theory, but still, okay, just like breaking through their paywall, okay, they're going to be pissed. They're going to come at you, and they're going to try to stay ahead of you. But just be me existing merely alone or figuring out a way through their paywall, all right? Just an FYI, okay? That's me staying ahead because, I've been around longer. Okay, I saw the Apple IIc come up and running and built programs for it. Oh my God, right? For any of you or even thought about. Anyways, yeah, we'll just keep making them look stupid, and that's my thing, right? She's saying right here, she's saying countersuit city at her price to pay off the debt for putting out the truth. I think that's incredible. But to have to fight your way through to keep out, they're just throwing trash. They're throwing cannon fodder in front of you to tie you up in court so you're not speaking the truth on them, especially around this election. I'm getting nailed. I'm channeled down on, I don't even know what I talked about in a hospital, and that's how I'm going to have to code that from now on. Oh my God, I talked about something that happened that they do in the hospital. Just did not get struck for some medical shit. Amazing. But, hey, the countersuits, okay, just it's hefty shit, man.
I'm not ashamed. You can take everything from me. I will never, ever stop. I will never stop looking for the truth. And when I find it, I will never, ever stop telling the truth to the people.
Get him, BJ.
Now, this is all coming up today for 2 huge reasons. Number 1, Lima has taken it upon herself to exercise poor judgment yet again by filing a fourth amended federal complaint in the state of New Jersey in federal court.
Wow.
Now, I will let y'all know, over the past 2.5 years, she has attempted to file this lawsuit. Now, again, this is now the 4th time.
Doesn't that sound familiar? They're going federal, everybody.
All got dismissed. I was victorious, and she lost. Which is why I'm saying she's exercising poor judgment now, because it's probably the safest bet in the world. It's probably the safest bet in the world. I have been victorious. And she has lost and failed. Not only has she lost and failed, I mean, her lawsuit filings are full of lies, they're full of slander, they're full of demonstrably false statements, and they're full of statements that have absolutely no evidence. She doesn't even bother to put evidence in there.
And why aren't the influencers like Vicki and some of these other shill bags being held accountable for defrauding the courts. It's part of the mandamus, by the way, to your locals, that you got some scumbags that are trying to defraud the courts and bog your system down. It's up to you. Now that you know, it's up to you to find them, I guess, because I'm not paid to do it. You are. There you go. Ball's in your court. Or are you helping defend that nasty, gnarly system of control through slander, through saying horrible things about people to try to get them to shut up because you know you're not going to win in court?
The very first moment I ever started reporting on her, I have always said, please, no one attempt to contact her. No one send her a comment. No one send her a DM. If you do that, it is against me telling you not to do that. Why am I telling you what to do? I don't like telling people what to do. But it's because this lunatic has tried to blame me for things that I think didn't happen. I think she's lying. I think she's a liar. But I don't know. I wasn't there. She tries to claim I flew a drone over her house. She tries to claim that I sent people somehow to R-word her sister. I would never do such a thing. And if somebody did do that, they should go and rot in jail. I don't think it happened.
And you know what? I think her and her boyfriend or something showed up and filmed BJ at her house. Yeah, and I think this is a video from 9 days ago, and she's been going at him in the paint since then hard. This is like her declaration, I'm coming after you through video and streams.
It wasn't my fault. I certainly was. She tries to claim I flew a drone over her house. She tries to claim that I sent people somehow to R-word her sister. I would never do such a thing. And if somebody did do that, they should go and rot in jail. I don't think it happened, but if it did, it wasn't my fault. It certainly wasn't my fault. People got to start taking responsibility for their own actions and their own choices. And that is really what's going on here. Lima has failed to just take accountability for the false statement that she made on Mark's channel. All she has to do is come out and say why she made the false statement, but instead, she's
BJ's got the overlay up again with the 10 in my opinion as she goes into it. She goes into it deep. Wow, just to protect herself. See, and that's the type of thing that I knew you'd have to do eventually. It's just how far can you take it before, and there you go. She has to put up an overlay saying this is in her opinion, before she can, before she talks, as she's talking. That's the thing. So you can be like a fellow mon and scream censorship all day, but if you go through the right steps to speak publicly, in a sense, I guess, right? But they can say it's crazy. They're not going to get taken down for defrauding and the courts. I'm trying to remember the exact word. It's not on that gear right now. I'm not thinking legalese, but that's crazy.
I'm using somebody's money, girl, to sue me. And it would be one thing, y'all, if I was only dealing with this federal suit. But last year in 2023 was the first time that Lima's defamatory, slanderous, and full of lies lawsuit got dismissed. Last year, August 2023. Girl, not 2 weeks went by before she was trying to then get a restraining order against me in California, across the country. So then I had to start defending myself over there. She did not give me notice of it. She was so scared. She needed to do an ex parte restraining order, but she wasn't scared enough to send me notice that it had already been granted and put in place for like 2 weeks, 10 days or something. Not only that, Lima teamed up with known Free Britney fan Brian Kuchar. Isn't it interesting how similar his last name is to Ashton Kutcher?
Oh, interesting.
Anyway, Brian Kuchar, it was like a gang stalking operation, in my opinion.
Damn.
Because it was like a bunch of stuff happening all at once, and it was meant to destabilize me, but it didn't.
Wow.
It didn't. And now I look good and they look stupid. But Brian Kuchar, at the same time that Lima was filing for her it ended up being ruled a SLAP suit, which is a strategic litigation against public participation. So she got admonished to the tune of about $87,000 for even filing that restraining order in the first place. We'll get to that. At the same time,
you know what else, ladies listening out there? She's actually using her real voice to speak, BJ here, which I'm sure some women would just be admonished on, just out of their skin. Oh my gosh, she's not wearing a mask. She's showing her face on camera. She's got a good voice, right? Which some women are going to find it cringe. But at least she's not like other influencers that got like a trucker voice, like kind of like mine. But when they make their videos, they're all, hi, everybody, you got to subscribe and get into this poll and vote. And their real voice is, you know, and it's pretty crazy shit, right? The mask that people wear, she's unmasked. She's totally transparent, coming after handlers that tried to handle Bam Margera and this woman that they found on the streets to make famous through their program, get them in rehab first, I guess. Test them with some, VR headsets in the back room at rehab. I'm starting to kind of piece this together. So there's got to be contracts through those rehab centers to be able to experiment through what type of contracted company or agency that would contract a company to. Damn, it almost sounds like some updated Harvest House shit, and all of a sudden another case out of Colorado, Shay, dang, where it could have been Project Oasis getting in with some of these survivor homes or safe houses. Holy shit. Rehabilitation centers. Yeah, man. Holy crap. But that's the NLP, NRG reality type things that are trying to either use through the internet or find homeless people on the streets to experiment on and see how far they can push them. And holy shit, man. Not cool.
She was doing her retaliatory restraining order in California, which did get dismissed as a slap suit eventually. Brian Kuchar was signing up in the state where he lives in to open a company called That Surprise Witness LLC in Georgia.
Very interesting.
The name, my trade name, I've been using and going by for four years, or at that point 3 years. He opens a business called That Surprise Witness in Georgia. Then like 2 weeks later, he tries to get a restraining order against me too. So I'm like dealing with these 2 restraining orders, and now I'm having to figure out how to respond to Lima's amendment in the New Jersey federal court. All this is happening without them giving me really the proper notice. I mean, it's like at the last second. And then they had this lunatic process server coming to my house, banging on the door at all hours of the day and night. I mean, it was a Saturday at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night. I have videos of this woman. And during our fundraiser next week, I'm going to show y'all the brand new footage of her, never before seen. And I promise you, it's the last time that she's going to be on my property without the police showing up. Yes, it is. Linda Sharkey. Yes, it is. From Harris Investigations. Yes, it is.
Wow.
So that all happened last year. All right. So I cried a little bit for a couple days, and then I got to it. Successfully defended myself and my right to free speech in California with the anti-SLAPP statute in the state of California. Successfully was awarded some of my attorney's fees. Now, in that case alone at that time, I mean, it was over $100,000. It was like $120,000, like, to be conservative. And this is after my lawyer discounted his hourly rate by like almost half. Okay. Like, if my lawyer didn't discount his hourly rate, oh my God, I would have had so much more. Thank God. Thank God. The Brian Kuchar one was so flimsy that it never even got granted in the first place, even temporarily, and it just got dismissed. It just ended up getting dismissed. Now, interestingly, the lawyer that represented him, Jay Abbott, in that case that I won, he was in the Young Thug trial representing one of the Young Thug co-defendants. Anyway, so yeah, that first New Jersey federal suit was filed, and then it ends up getting dismissed August 2023. Pretty much weeks later, now I'm having to fight 2 different fraudulent phony restraining orders, which I did eventually defeat both of them. So then you might think, okay, look, listen, Lima Dunn lost the first lawsuit in New Jersey. The judge gave her mercy and said, look, I'm paraphrasing here, but this lawsuit is so poorly done, like there's no way that you even finished it. So let me dismiss it without prejudice, just like give you an extra chance to, like, I guess say whatever you need to say in here, girl, but no, it's going to be getting dismissed on at least 2 grounds, okay? So she's over there, tinkering away at that. She files her amendment. I filed a response. I successfully defeated her in court on the anti-SLAPP round 1 in California. I successfully defeated Brian Kuchar in Georgia, round 3, I'll call it. And the reason I bring him up is because Lima was in court as his witness, and he filed declarations for her. So they're in cahoots. They're collaborating at best and conspiring at worst. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there. Now, Brian Kuchar has ties with Lou Taylor because Lou Taylor sued Brian Kuchar before in the past, and then they settled for an alleged amount of about $20,000. I mean, I don't know how much it was. But he has financial entanglements with Lou Taylor and has at least entered into some agreement with her if he took a settlement from her. Okay. So do you see how this is all just kind of a little bit too close for comfort in the web? Anybody would think in their right mind, all right, Lima, you lost rounds 1, 2, and 3. You filed your little amendment. Let's just see what the court decides in New Jersey on your amendment and then maybe just let it go, right? No. Oh, another thing that was going on during all of this, from like August through like November of 2023, that restraining order, the temporary one that she got by lying and not giving me notice and telling the court all kind of stuff that she had no evidence for and blaming me for stuff I definitely didn't do. I was literally silenced from talking about her, some of her family members, for no reason. I mean, like I said, that ended up getting dismissed, and I actually got some of my attorney's fees awarded, and Lima owes my attorneys right now for that. Lima did not quit. No, she did not. No, she did not. Back in August again of this year, it's like deja vu. It's deja vu. We're back again, August 2024. Lima's lawsuit in New Jersey, this time, the second time the judge has considered it, dismissed again. Dismissed again. Dismissed again. Now, at the same time as all of that's going on, Lima has orchestrated with her sister, one of them, the other one seems to be missing, I don't know where she is, one of her sisters to then try and get a restraining order in a different county, Orange County now. This was a few months ago. I haven't even talked about that lawsuit on here, but I will. We're going to talk about it during the fundraiser. And so in August, I do not know why, but the court in New Jersey gave Lima another one final chance to make her point about this supposed alleged harassment and defamation that I supposedly allegedly did to her, which I certainly never did, and I do not encourage and I do not endorse. You know what I did do? Called out the not true statement that she made. And I told y'all about it. I relied on a public document to tell you that something that somebody told y'all wasn't true. Okay? It is demonstrably false that Amanda Rabb's cause of death was marked as a seizure disorder. It is false. It's a false statement. On the autopsy results, Amanda's cause of death is marked as cardiac arrhythmia. So Lima just filed it. I mean, I'll pull it up right now. Now, just so y'all are aware, to respond to one of these, such type of 164-page documents, it costs anywhere between about $25,000 to $60,000, $75,000 in legal costs, fees, lawyer fees. And this is the point. This is their point. The process is the punishment. This is going to be the third time I've had to respond to these same false, defamatory, slanderous allegations in the same court in front of the same judge. The third. We're not talking about the 3 restraining orders in California I've had to pony up the money to fight. We're not talking about the Brian Kuchar restraining order failed attempt in Georgia. No, we're not talking about that. Now, there was a lawyer on this case, Neville Johnson, a celebrity defamation attorney who I guess for some reason don't want to be associated and affiliated with this no more. One thing I find to be very interesting is Lima owes my lawyers money on the books and the record, and she's acting like she don't have no money. She's acting like she's broke. She's acting like she's about to go bankrupt or something. She's acting like I have financially ruined her. Okay. Now, I already told y'all, for me to respond to this, I can already tell you how much it's going to end up costing because now this is going to be the third time I've had to do it.
There's your Denise Mad Cow. There's your Denise Mad Cow action right there. Take it back to Rumble and keep just slandering them. If you get X'd out of YouTube, you got to make it show that you got X'd out of YouTube so she can go over to Rumble and it's easier to get some AdSense that way, get paid for the videos. That way your cohorts can mirror that from the Rumble onto YouTube. They can also get paid for that. They're monetized channels. It's not, I don't think, a conducive, sustainable lifestyle. all the influencing and trying to make money off of it. But it might be able to help kickstart or help people get up on their feet like it's intended, not to exploit. And that's kind of there's a difference. You use it as a tool, get yourself up on your feet, make your couple million in a couple years, and then away you go on your own venture, starting a business, whatever. I mean, that's the way I would see it. Not die in your 20s after being used as an experiment in a rehab facility.
Just for the Dahlia Takali one, I mean, it's like $50,000. I'm spitballing here. I mean, it might be 42 or something, but it's in the range of that much. I'm just, guesstimating here. I can tell you one thing. This morning I did wire $60,000 to the attorneys. Yes, I did. But Lima's saying that she's so broke she can't afford to pay filing fees. She can't afford to pay a filing fee. She's so broke she can't afford to pay a little measly $10,000 in sanctions. That's another thing too. Not only did she get anti-slapped, where she has to pay $87,000 to my lawyers, she also got sanctioned for that second attempt at the restraining order over there in California. Sanctioned $10,000.
Wow. Do you imagine if in like our little pockets, these influencers that are all open, like Telly, if there was a way to go after them? Muffin Man didn't have to pay Gabe Hoffman, apparently. But that's who they use, is people to come at you that don't have assets, and it doesn't matter. Their handlers are just dangling the carrot and says, well, you'll make your million soon on our crypto that you're subscribed to or working on it. It's only at it's only at 0.000001 cent right now, but it'll get there. It'll go up to that 2 cent, maybe a cent mark. It's not conducive, man. Especially on the side where they dangle the carrot through the crypto. Huh, Scotty Cuckarati? Right?
She's too broke.
Is that Telly? Is that why you're hanging around so long, Telly?
Broke, apparently, according to her, to pay that, which she owes by court order. But she ain't too broke to file this 164-page amendment.
Oh.
How does that work? Somebody tell me.
Into the federal
Somebody
courts.
tell me. How is it she's too broke to pay?
I wonder how much that does cost.
Somebody tell me. And y'all know I got an English degree. I'm not a math whiz. How she's too broke to pay a measly little $10,000 sanction to my lawyer, but she ain't too broke for this filing. And look at this guy right here, this Rodney Smalla. That's like the president of a law school.
Oh.
These are big names. These are heavy hitters.
Huh.
All trying to silence me from what?
Just like Cass Sunstein was. It goes back a ways. Cass Sunstein being the law school professor, director of either Yale or Harvard or something like that. Skull and Bones type shit.
Saying she didn't tell y'all the truth about how Amanda Rabb died. Well, she didn't. And I'm not sorry for telling y'all. I never will be sorry. I never will. I don't know if it's like they got like a prediction machine. They thought I was going to do something that I didn't do. And to be honest, to be clear.
I can see how BJ could be throwing the Truman effect at him. Throwing the Truman effect against the AI and algorithms. Going around and around and around and around and around and around on him.
Be fair. I shouldn't have been able to fight this lawsuit. No. If I was calculating on it, I would have said I couldn't. I would have said there's no way I'm going to be able to come up with that much money, for sure. Had I been told at the beginning of this how much money it was going to cost, I would have probably buckled. Wow. I probably would have, because I would have not been able to fathom making that much money. I mean, this is more money on this lawsuit that's gone out than perhaps I've even ever made in my whole life. I mean, really, I don't know. I have to look. I really would have to do the calculation. This morning, I told y'all I wired 50,000. 60,000. This morning was 60,000. 52 out of one bank and 78 or so out of another.
Holy shnikes.
60,000. So if you would have told me it's going to be like a whole year of salary just to send one payment to your lawyers one time, I would have probably buckled. Now I know firsthand why people buckle. Now I know why people are scared of litigation, because it's not just the litigation. They have a freaking campaign. They have a disparagement campaign. They have, Rabbit down the road.
A whole muffin crew with rabbits.
I know firsthand.
That multiply, huh, tacos? You like that? Multiplying those rabbit accounts on people? Huh? Especially bigger streamers, huh? China tacos.
Why people buckle. Now I know why people are scared of litigation, because it's not just the litigation. They have a freaking campaign. They have a disparagement campaign. They have, Rabbit down the Rabbit Hole News, she'll tell you. She has been on YouTube a long time, and she has seen a lot of drama. She has seen a lot of creators get attacked. She has said many times she's never seen anything like what I'm having to go through. Like I told you, I've been physically followed. It's
that cop watching with Long Island audits, Bam Margera. She looked into Bam Margera and then found this other girl that they picked up off the streets that was homeless. Holy shit. Found her through soft white underbelly. Wow.
They show up on my doorstep at 7 o'clock banging on the door to drop off a 10 days late filing. Too broke for the $10,000 sanction, but not too broke for this 164-page filing that she already lost 3 times. The thing has been dismissed 2 times already. Dismissed twice. But then whenever I saw that she did file this, I was like, might as well, y'all. Because 1 time, who knows? Maybe the judge was having a weird day. 2 times, maybe accident. 3 times? 3 times the charm, baby. And I'm going to win again. So I'm not a New Jersey attorney, baby. I'm a New Jersey lawyer. So that's a false statement. I gave up my license because people like Lima try to use it as something that you should be scared to lose. No, I'm taking that lesson from Buddha. I don't want anything that I'm scared to lose. Nothing. Nope. Now, this type of allegation I find to be funny. It's actually comical. It should be in a comedy special, because I have disclaimed that surprise army so many times. I've never, ever, ever rallied these people as that surprise army, because I kind of knew it was a plant operation from the first moment I ever saw it. But she says these people in the That Surprise Army have targeted, harassed, doxed, and cyberstalked Lima. Okay, first of all, I don't condone that. I don't condone it. I don't approve of it. I certainly didn't tell somebody to do it. But she's saying that these people have done all this stuff. Let me ask you a question. Why she ain't suing them? Does it say Miss Corville targeted, harassed, doxed, cyberstalked? No, it does not. I also didn't do that. But she has people, Brennan Bell, Jamie Gilmore, for example, that literally have gone on record and filed declarations saying they are the ones who did that stuff. I didn't tell them to do it. Actually, I provided evidence in court that showed I told them not to do it. And then they still did it. Okay. Specifically, Brennan Bell went to tour an apartment that Dahlia didn't even live at anymore. So really, perfectly legal. But I didn't tell her to do that. And in fact, when she posted online that she was going to go do that, I DM'd her and said, don't do that. I also put it publicly, don't do that. I told her in 2 different ways, don't do that. And she's like, oh, haha, I already did it. Okay. So if you have that person giving you a declaration in court that saying, oh, I stalked my name is Brennan Bell. I stalked Lima.
Oh, there it is, to help set precedent. Wow. Cannon fodder, be it below squid. Interesting, huh?
Lima ain't suing her. If all this is stemming because of the stalking and the harassment, and you got people on record under penalty of perjury saying they stalked you, sue them.
Yeah.
I didn't stalk her. I never would. Never even thought about it. Never even considered it. Actually,
BJ.
I don't want to be anywhere near her if I can help it. I don't want her demons getting on.
Using lawfare to shut down a brainiac chick that will use her mouth, look good on camera, and pull up public record. That, that'd be Madria's just wildest, hair to be able to pull. Don't start stalking BJ now just because I'm saying it. Oh my gosh. Seriously. Yeah, I mean, there's not too many women out there that can do this. You can try all you can there, Madria, but you never amount to it. I mean, you don't have a bar card that you just turned in. Just saying.
I don't want her germs. I don't want her demons. I don't want her bad vibes.
Yeah.
I don't want her aura, if you know what I mean. No. I don't want to be by her. But look, this is just, I mean, it's just full of this. And I have many theories as to why this is going on, as to why she would rather come after me than the people who have admitted they did stuff, as to why she's on camera, calling Jamie Gilmore, one of these declarants, during a live stream. Hello. Hey, how are you?
You were so sweet for that last message.
Aw. Yeah, that video has been deleted, but I have it, and it's up on my channel.
Oh.
I have theories, but I told y'all this wasn't supposed to be a long video, okay? The whole point of this is to just prime you, get you ready. Next week, we're having a fundraiser. It's going to be at least one full day event. Who knows, girl? We might have so much fun, it might be all week. But my goal, and I'm putting it out there into the universe, is to at least raise $50,000 on the fundraising campaign next week. We can get a head start if you donate to...
No. Here's the thing. That's like quadrupling down. Because that's what also the system of control does not want people to be able to do, is pull together to be able to beat these assholes in court. Huh. Right? Oh yeah, tune out. They don't like that shit. And when I try to suggest it to try to beat these assholes in court through Mr. Vicki trying to appeal the restraining order that Scumron put on him, there was a lot of buck on that. And they even had a backer, Jen A. She would back Vic through anything, and I go, well, you got to put it to the test now. If you'll back Vic through anything, he needs to appeal that case. He needs to appeal it and win, and he needs a lawyer on Scumron. That's it. And all of a sudden, they're making up for some reason. Like it was just one big lark to infiltrate to begin with. But I'll put that type of stuff to the test.
GoFundMe in the description box down below. Yep, this morning I sure did send out $60,000 to my attorneys. And this is like the 4th or 5th time I've had to make a payment to. I think this is the 4th time I've made payment to them.
Oh my gosh.
And I keep winning and they keep losing. So the question becomes, why do they keep suing me? It's to torture me. It's to make me pay. It's to get their pound of flesh. But why? She's too broke. The company closed down. Investors don't want to invest. But yet she got money to file a 164-page lawsuit, and she got these entanglements with Brian Kuchar, and that leads me to the final point of order that I wanted to bring up today. You know, the web does just keep webbing. I mean, everything over there in Hollywood is about 1 degree of separation from everything else. So yesterday, it started coming out that Justin Bieber might sue or is considering suing his business manager / business managers because they allegedly squandered his fortune. And I do know that for several years, Lou Taylor was his business manager. And I do know that while Lou Taylor was his business manager, he made this documentary called Seasons. And they were filming for things in that documentary, including the Yummy music video. Remember, he was freaking out and then he had to do his havening. Remember the guy that was doing havening with Justin Bieber and Haley, and it's like doing all this stuff and all that? His name is Dr. Buzz Mingen. And Dr. Buzz Mingen is a celebrity, whatever, wellness guru or whatever of sorts, which, hey, look, listen, if stuff helps you, it helps you. I don't care. It don't bother me, you know, whatever. But that Buzz Mingen, he's got ties to Aura as well. Not only does he have ties with Aura, he worked directly with Amanda Rabb in treatment before she tragically passed away. Here's Lima and Buzz eating with your make sure your friends are okay shirt on.
Wow, being handled right in the inside.
So, I mean, girl, look, listen, I don't know. All I know is with the Brian Kuchar and the Paramount connections and the timing, I won't be surprised. Look, listen, this is my psychic vision. This is the psychic segment. I'm just doing psychic vision, allegedly for entertainment purposes. But when I find out Lou Taylor and Lima have any connection to one another, the FBI is going to find out that same moment. I'll say that. Again, that's a psychic vision. I don't know, girl. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'm schizophrenic. Maybe I need aura. No. Am I deterred? No. Pressed but not crushed, persecuted not abandoned, struck down but not destroyed. I am blessed beyond the curse, for his promise will endure, and joy is going to be my strength. Though sorrow may last for the night, joy comes in the morning. 1,000 may fall at my side, 10,000 at my right hand, but it will not come near me. I will only observe with my eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. He will command his angels concerning me to guard me in all my ways. They will pick me up so that I do not strike my foot against the stone. Ting. And so, yeah, if you want to wait till next week, if you want to do it now just to get the head start, I'm coming to you once again asking for your assistance. And a lot of the reason I've been working so hard, a lot of the reason y'all been seeing 2 videos come up, I'll be going live at all hours of the day and night. It's because I am committed to defending myself in this fight. I consider myself to be participating in modern day warfare. And so if it's on your heart, it's on your mind, you can donate to the legal fund in the description box down below. As far as the judgment money from Lima, I haven't seen a penny of it. And from the way she's acting like she's so broke, I don't know if I ever will see a penny of it. I mean, there is a misinformation bot campaign online saying, why do I need legal fund donations? Because I already got judgment from Lima and I already got donations to the GoFundMe. Yeah, sure I did. But that's leaving out Brian Kuchar. That was like 40, 50, I don't know how many, maybe $25,000, $30,000 I had to spend on that. The Dahlia one, which was like, I don't know, $40,000, $50,000. There's no judgment for that, although I should be seeking one. She should get a judgment. Y'all know whenever, I'm going to tell y'all next week, but I'll put it to you this way. Lima showed up with Dahlia, with her in court. Not just in the gallery, girl, no. Standing up like she was pretending like she was a lawyer or something right next to her sister. We'll get into the details. That's all my opinion. We'll get into the details next week in the fundraiser. Will I stop? No. No, I will not. Will I settle? Nope. No, I won't. So, yeah, if you've been moved by this story, if you find it in your heart.
Sounds like she charges $1,000 an hour on the counterclaim.
To donate, please do. Either way, I'm still going to be fine. Please don't give if you don't have it to give. Please don't give if you don't have it to give. I do not want anybody's last $5, please. Okay? If you don't have it, please don't give it. I would feel bad. You know what I mean?
Oh,
no matter what, I'll be victorious. No matter what, the truth will always prevail, no matter what. If you can help me, that would be appreciated. If you cannot financially help, share the videos, share, stuff like that. Everything does help. Send a prayer. Girl, send a prayer. Amen. That's all I really had for today. In the meantime, reading a document is not defamation. Love you, Minnie. Bye. Welcome into my world.
Done anybody wrong. Have mercy on me. If I did anybody wrong, have mercy on me.
But yeah, like a good one is nice too. It's a bit more kind of
a nice
lighter, but
dry rosé in Provence, right? You guys are they're doing rosés out of Australia now, right?
Yeah, so rosés is a hard one because you've either got like a really like a massive punch in a velvet glove, or like a really subtle soft drink, like you know.
That's what I like the latter.
Telly, are you having a gay parade on your stream there? You two redcoats. You might not have been from Redcoat area, but you sound like a redcoat, Telly. The way he book burns too, Telly. Even he leaves me. I do a timestamp 4 hours ago, and 2 hours ago he leaves me a comment back. Okay, and I do a timestamp. He's talking shit about me on a stream. And I put the timestamp. We'll go there. Go. Telly is afraid to let certain people panel with him because he'll get owned. He comments back, Gomez too scared to panel up when it was revealed he was in secret talks with Ed. He book burns my comment back saying, it was before I knew about his charges. It was one time. And I know you're going to book burn this comment. And he did. Okay. See, secret talks. Is that type of gang stalking crew that BJ was just talking about? So you guys can have a gay parade?
Yeah. Yeah, like, you know, you sometimes buy a rosé expecting one or the other and you get the complete opposite. Like, I find rosé is a hard one to pick if you don't.
It's what you get on Telestream. They're talking about rosé and the gay parade. Maybe I'll do a pie chart.
The label sometimes.
Well, if it's not apparent to you all, I love wine.
You know, guys like FCC, all right? I'll just tell you this, okay? In the LDS religion in Utah, there were guys just like FCC, spit out a whole, colony of kids, and then all of a sudden decide they want to turn gay and live in the lofts in Salt Lake City with their boyfriend in downtown, okay? That's no shit. That's true, okay? I know about a family that it happened to. Could you imagine being a grown man and all of a sudden your dad come out of the closet and living with his boyfriend in the high rises in downtown Salt Lake City after he's had some kids? I wonder if that's that transhumanism experiment that the Mormon Church is all up into.
Wine drinker.
You, Vic, yeah.
And you've done a good commercial for Australia, so.
Still a red coat, in my opinion.
List.
Australian wines are very, very good. It's worth them. If you're into that, go for a wine trip.
Yep.
Plenty of good food around as well. A lot of the wineries, the restaurant sort of wine experience thing, and you can stay at a lot of them too.
As long as you can tolerate the Australian people, I guess.
Yeah, just don't say your name's FCC, and they'll probably let you live because we put the word out about you over there. So there is you're unlikely to survive.
Your local law enforcement has been notified.
Yeah. We don't use law enforcement in Australia. We don't rely on them to do our fucking dirty work. So, Vic, you work in the wine industry, or you just appreciate it?
Nah. I used to work in restaurants straight out of school, and the sommelier took me under his wing and kind of trained me to be his assistant sommelier when I was like 20 years old. But
you have to explain to people what that word means. Sorry.
No, let's not.
Oh, like
let's go here.
Wine things, but not on it. Straight.
Wow. So walking into a fucking racist stream. This is crazy. Here we go.
Oh shit!
Unbelievable, dude.
I was going to say that gun buyback happened on the back of a mass shooting in Tasmania, didn't it?
Brian. Something Brian, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was a guy had an automatic weapon, and he went to it was a tourist place, a ruin of some fucking colonised. Anyway, in Tasmania, and he shot a load of people, and it was on the back of that they did the gun buyback. So it took weapons sort of out of society a little bit. But farmers still have them. You can get a license for them for hunting and roost shooting and shooting fucking Mexicans.
But that's more for rifles, though, isn't it? That we can still get rifles.
There's no reason. There's no reason for handguns. Is
we get like spear gun murders and shit.
What a cuck, Telly! You are such a cuck. No reason for handguns. No wonder you're such a book burning bitch.
Instead, though, you every now and then get those fishing spear guns used to kill someone.
Just got to be more creative. That's all.
Yeah.
Vic, sorry. Is it true that you're a New Zealand Islamic? Is that true?
No, I'm a Pakistani.
Oh,
Wasn't it Indonesian? Wasn't it a darkened Indonesian?
Yeah, Indonesian. Sorry. Yeah. A black-skinned Indonesian.
I clarified in chat that I'm Pakistani, and that's when Jeff went hard on me being a Muslim and this and that. So yeah, he was calling me black, so I fed it into him.
Oh shit! Aren't you a fucking Jap?
Yeah, and like everyone knows except him. Like that's why.
You can all.
So how it happened was like I was on his panel last week, and he was like, "I've got your face slip," and Mitch was like, well, what nationality or what does he look like? And he was like saying, oh, he looks like Indonesian, Filipino, or something like a dark skin Asian thing. And he brought it up again today. And so when he said dark skin straight up in chat, I said, no, I'm Pakistani. And he just ate it straight up.
You're laughing now, but when he gets his 200 virgins, then you're going to be all fucking standing there shaking your heads, eh? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Jeff knows it's happening.
So did he really fucking lose his shit tonight? Like worse than before, or was it just kind of a continuation of what he's been doing?
It wasn't bad. I don't think.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah, he was just emotional. I think he was just very rocky. Like
little too high pitched there, ladies.
I didn't catch a lot. I only caught where Cat Eyes went off, so I missed the whole thing. But what I engaged with him, he was just very emotional and sensitive. But he wasn't as malicious as usual, where he, straight up puts this out.
But he accused you of dropping information about his family and kids, though, and putting them in danger.
Oh, yeah, but that I just take that as a grain of salt. That's Jeff, though. It's not a Jeff live without him accusing someone of putting his family in danger.
He said it about you? Oh, my God.
Also threatening to show your face slip, and he would have fucking doxed you if he knew your name. I've got no doubt about that.
Oh, fucking no. That's why I said, do it, bitch. And then he kicked me. It's
what
like,
I
if you're
heard,
threaten me, do it.
What I heard is he actually fucking wrecked all of you, dude.
Yeah, he did.
All of you sound pretty fucking, pretty butthurt right now, dude.
This is our kind of cope session, because we're all just so.
By calling the cops,
the voice server wasn't available, so we sort of went live to try and console each other.
And JD wasn't around for his butthurt cream either, so.
Indeed. So FCC, why have you got me fucking banned everywhere in your channel and from
you're not banned
in your stream,
the banner.
You're not banned.
Crying about
I
being
checked
banned.
Today.
Yes, you're lying.
No,
you can
try
definitely
chatting.
the biggest.
You're not banned. I went through and unbanned a bunch of people a couple of weeks. I ban people all the time. They get on my fucking nerves,
Oh,
yeah,
annoying.
Nerve pain.
You still have me blocked in. I tried to get in the stream. Well, someone sent me a link to your StreamYard because I couldn't see it because you commented and you got me blocked.
No, I mean I don't know. I've never banned anybody
like
on StreamYard. I don't even know how to do that.
Yeah, you
Fuck
blocked
on.
me.
I think they're
just
LARPing.
Banned.
You had Savvy and TBS banned the other night.
Controlled
No,
opposition
on my YouTube channel, but not. I don't know how to ban from StreamYard. That's different, right?
Yeah,
no, that was on StreamYard that Savvy posted the video.
No.
It's just below the kick
He just lied right there. I've shown pictures. It's posted on the PI for Hire channel where he blocked me. It's a ban from that account. And he just said he doesn't know how to do that. Oh, that's stupid.
On my YouTube channel.
Wait a minute.
Oh, I've never banned anybody on StreamYard. I don't even
Bullshit. I just showed, I've got the screenshots on the PI for Hire channel where he blocked me from his, and even showed the URL. Blocked me from the studio on that account. What a little bitch.
You have me blocked in. I tried to get in the stream. Well, someone sent me a link to your StreamYard because I couldn't see it because you commented and you got me blocked.
No, I mean I don't know. I've never banned anybody on StreamYard. I don't even know how to do that.
Yeah, you
Fuck
blocked
on.
me. You just press ban.
You had Savvy and TBS banned the other night.
No, on my YouTube channel, but not. I don't know how to ban from StreamYard. That's different, right?
Yeah,
no, that was on StreamYard that Savvy posted the video.
It's just below the kick from studio. It says ban from studio. That's how you do it.
Ah, okay.
Maybe you accidentally pressed the wrong button.
Yeah.
5 times for you.
Yeah.
Right there you go.
You're right.
You're not a fucking shrimp on the barbie, mate.
Say that again. I'm going to have to kick you, FCC.
Yeah. What is it? What is this thing with the shrimp on the barbie? What is that? Why does he keep saying that?
I don't get it either. I'm so curious.
Oh God, I've been wanting to ask this question, but I didn't want to sound like the only dumb.
Very annoying, dude. It's incredibly annoying.
It's a common saying, like, for us to put a shrimp on the Barbie, but to try and be condescending with it, I just don't get it.
Yeah, it's not even. I mean, shrimp on the Barbie sounds actually pretty good right now.
Jeff is just a blowhard like that, like Predward was. He'd try to come at you with anything stupid sideways. He thinks he can get a little edge on you. It's the same script that they learn. Probably through, the Clovis course is pretty good. The Mad Cow course is pretty good. There's another one in there that really hit home. Oh, yeah, the Malibu courses really help you hit home on this type of a LARP right here. Controlled opposition to play fighting, shit like that.
Really annoying.
It's a common saying, like,
how to use commonalities to really try to trigger your opponent, no matter how lousy it is. Stupid.
Put a shrimp on the Barbie, but to try and be condescending with it, I just don't get it.
Yeah, it's not even. I mean, shrimp on the Barbie sounds actually pretty good right now. You know,
it comes from an old Foster's advert, I think, that was in the US with Paul Hogan. The Crocodile Dundee saying, "Put another shrimp on the Barbie." I think that's where it comes from.
Yeah,
but it's not condescending though. It's just like, yeah.
But he calls me mate and says fish and chip. It's like, it's just fucking soul destroying. It's okay for you, but it's just. I mean, this is why I don't understand someone like FCC laughing at it, because it's just fucking racism.
Has he ever called you a drop bear?
No, he's not. He said something about kangaroos. He's mentioned the word kangaroos though.
That one fucking time. Kelly had me looking at some fucking drop bear video one time.
What is a good slur or a good insult for you fucking Australians though? That's a good question.
There isn't one, mate. We just take everything in our stride. That's
just call them fucking criminals, dude. They're criminals. Indigents.
There's nothing you can come up with that we haven't already called each other.
Castaways.
Yeah, but there's.
Well, I know that they don't like to be made fun of about the Foster's beer.
It's gotta be a fucking word, no?
Nah.
And go up to him. I got a knife. You got a knife?
See, like,
I don't like that either. They think it's stupid.
In school, like, when we're racist, like, friends call each other racist names and stuff. So, like, I was always a nip or a jap. Aussie's a skip, but it's not really racist. Like, a lot of people embrace it, I think.
A skip?
Yeah, like Skippy from Skippy the Kangaroo.
Okay.
A skip. No, that's lame.
Yeah, we need something better than that.
I kind of like this shrimp on the Barbie thing.
Like, for me, someone says shrimp on the Barbie, I'll be like, hell yeah. Like, it's not derogatory. It's just like, oh yeah, sweet.
Yeah. So do you call them shrimps over on the East Coast, do you?
No, we tend to say prawns.
Yeah, we call them prawns as well.
Oh my gosh, the small talk.
It must be the American Foster had to say shrimps on the Barbie.
It is. It's like, they've made it palatable to the rest of the world. No fucker calls them shrimps over in Australia. And anyway, we don't put shrimps on the Barbie. If you're going to do that, you put a bloody crayfish on there or something. You don't mess around with shrimps.
East Coast does. We would put like prawn on a skewer and put on the Barbie.
Okay, let's get to the good stuff here.
But it comes back to that sort of fucking friend thing again, doesn't it? Like, that loyalty. Oh, see, just another point. You'll notice how fucking Domain isn't probably coming back. That timeout was for 5 minutes. I had a bit of a look, and he hasn't come back. He'll be fucking sulking now. He's probably crying to Missy. Now, there's this fuckwit. No wonder no wonder Telly didn't want me on panel. Just a load bunch of pointless, proofless drama, lol.
Who's Shizzle? I've seen the name and stuff. Is that someone that came from...
I don't know, is he Gomez, mate? I think...
Yeah, like, that's what I was thinking. Is it?
I don't even know who this Bick guy is, but it seems like the gay parade's watching.
Oh, fuck knows. I think it might be. So it talks like drama, like him and...
Speaking of Gomez, did Gomez say that Nonya's an RSO?
See, that's what happens in the gay parade sector. They can't get their shit right, especially with Vic at the lead with the head of it with constipation.
I think it might be. So it talks like drama, like him and...
Speaking of Gomez, did Gomez say that Nonya's an RSO?
Oh, look, I don't know. Gomez says all sorts of shit. He made these comments. I trolled him yesterday.
Oh, I wouldn't call that trolling. I would say that's just being a bitch and running your GCHQ shit that you're double reversing on that you don't work for, which you're running the same damn script. So, you want to run the same damn script as them, I'm going to label you something like that.
I can't remember what it was. It was some chat and someone had said that Gomez had a talk with
there's
Ed.
There's Moosey. Call him hair grease moose. He is kind of like I don't need to give in the racial slurs, but it would have been funny if I would have said it. But yeah, Moose is in the chat. Oh, Gomez called me an RSO. Not typing, yeah, I called Gomez Chomez, so he called me RSO Moose. Ha ha, so what? No, RSO Moose is gonna go, oh, I'm a victim like Fellowmon Shizzle. He said I'm an RSO after I called him Chomez. But you know who I learned that from was Slovid, since you can get away with it.
Privately about some other RSO or something. And
none you repeated it.
Put this comment underneath it. So Gomez was in private talks with Ed, ... or something like that. And he fucking jumped on it.
Right. I jumped on it, yeah. And then he book burns to try to keep his rhetoric or bullshit stacked. And that's what a good little GCHQ bow to the crown redcoat from Australia would do in that program. You want to run the script and play like them, I'll treat you accordingly.
It started to get... it wasn't talks. Don't you know the difference between singular and plural? And anyway, I fucking wound him up, and he ended up popping a live and he wanted me.
He definitely was watching to find the channel and book burning his comments, my comments.
To go up there so he could confront me about this. These comments that I made under his comments in some fucking chat. I can't even remember where it fucking was. But he's so easy. He's convinced that on GCHQ.
There's the good double reverse, and then laugh about it with your little shill buddy in your gay parade as you're twisting shit around and not really correcting it. And then book burning, laps, comments section. Okay. I'll just keep on putting you on blast when you want to bring me up or you feel like trolling all of a sudden. Except I'll just make it heard across the internet.
The Security UK, whatever that is. A paid actor for European cybersecurity, just in here to fucking bring him down and spread misinformation.
Well, that's what we just went through with BJ a few minutes ago. The way the gang stalking crews work to shut her up, to try to shut her up, bury her in legal lawfare. 60 grand in a hole, hundreds of thousands of dollars in the hole. It's either you get throttled the shit out of and shill bags like Telly that just keep their thumb on you, which they think they are, but I much rather go this route and not be having a big channel and cuck to their little, what do they call it? Preferential program. Oh my gosh. Maybe that's how they're finding their influencers, getting them into the preferential program, and then all of a sudden their rights are being signed over by another influencer. They're going to rehab like Bam Margera. Well, I don't know if he went to rehab, but they shut him up for a minute.
What fucking idiots.
You know, some of these people, like,
You
the
want to act like it.
narrow-mindedness or the conspiracy-laced angles that some of these people take, you know, there's quite a few people, whether it's in our kind of extended community or just on YouTube, like, you look at certain channels, they've been on YouTube for over 10 years, you know, they still don't really get views and they just talk about...
Right. And showbags talk like that because your first channel that was getting 20K hits on videos is gone. Through their nefarious little bullshit means of censorship, sending their shillbag gang stalking through the internet pieces of shit that's supposed to fall out into the streets on you by other pieces of shit when the online stalking doesn't work. So we just went through, BJ spilled it.
Oh, yeah. Shit. And you're just there going, are these cunts really that dumb? Or do they just not use their brain enough to even have any logical thinking to realize how dumb they sound? But, yeah. Anyway.
No. You little spineless pricks that sold out to the redcoats, no matter what country you're from, in Europe and Australia. You guys cuck to it, which more just Chinese censorship that you're helping integrate. That's right. When it really starts to burn, hey, they gotta tune out. They can only take so much truth. They gotta take that little bit and go, oh man, that's enough. I can twist that around. That hurts. No, there's more. Especially the way Mr. Moose gets owned in the chat over here.
Well, it's like Becky's a classic one. You know, the Becky, the OG. I saw she popped into Jeps towards the end when the drama started hitting. Cat Eyes lost a wrench and Christy was saying, take mine, and she popped up then. And she's the same, you know, she's got some personal beef with somebody.
Well, why are these guys so afraid of somebody from their outside of their little sector to come on and ask a few questions? Shizzle was trying to get on there. I'm seeing in the chat. He's not letting him on. Big Moose says, Gomez says, I'm an RSO, and none of you repeated it. Shizzle goes, I wonder, Moose, that was it. He goes, Shizzle, wonder what? You wonder what? Shizzle says, what people may have said about you is if it's correct. Tally's like, what were you going to add, Shizzle? Shizzle's like, I could have added a lot. You kind of booted him from the back. Didn't let him on or something. Made him sit in the back. Didn't say anything either. Like a puss bag. Redcoat would do. People don't... Moose says, people don't know me and they are making wild accusations to reach. Well, what about your wild accusations? And then when you get swung back on and you're saying you're the best restreamer out there since July. Oh, man.
Who did something to her, and they sort of go around looking for a new audience, new people that they can tell their story to and try to drum up supporters.
And I think you nailed it on Hoax, where I think she's just trying to relive it. Like, that's all she has, so she's finding new people to relive that same journey, because that's her main purpose in life now.
These ladies really need to lower their voice an octave, please.
You pretty much nailed it when you kind of were saying that. Without the battle, they just have nothing else. Like, they're just so used to it. It's just, it's just like some relationships where couples just fight and they've been together fighting for over 10 years. That's all they know. They just don't know how to complement one another anymore, and just fighting is all about, their life. And I think that's what she is. I have an interesting question though.
But it sounds like, from what I've gathered, and apparently this BIC character, I don't even know who he is, but like I said, the gay parade sector's been watching, obviously, on telly. Are you one of those in Salt Lake City that left their family for a boyfriend at 50? Well, just wondering. I mean, just for drama news purposes only. And then Shizzle puts in the chat, I wonder, Moose, about the RSO stuff. Big Moose says, keep it up, Shizzle. Until he says, bummer, we lost Shizzle's input. Moose said, stay pressed.
What's her name? Something C. Lopez? Carol?
Cindy.
No.
Cindy.
Cindy. Yeah, Cindy. Is she like another one of those internet women?
Oh my gosh, see?
Because if you search her name on YouTube, there's one video that comes up and it's her going on to someone else's panel crying about her docs or something about that. I didn't really bother listening to it. Just for someone I don't know, I just couldn't capture any interest. So, but I just skimmed through it to know, and then I just got this gut feeling that maybe she's just one of those Clovises and, those women online that just,
I don't know. I not the impression I got. She seemed to be more interested in her sister's channel than anything about herself. Was my take on it. And she certainly hasn't talked to anything about her own.
All right, got to mute just for a minute. Yeah, definitely a full moon going on out there.
her and her family's docs or something crap like that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Well, if so, she hasn't sort of tried to leverage anyone's channel for that I've seen. Don't know. Time will tell. Not my impression at the moment, but we will see. Because, like you say, I mean, these people, they can't hold it in for long. So it's pretty easy. You just need to poke at them a little bit, like Becky, and eventually they'll start.
Just poke at them. See,
ranting about.
See, you just got to poke at them a little bit. Telly says.
How you don't care about what happened to their niece or their fucking daughter or whatever, and how this person did this to me and that person did that, and then out of the woodwork and lurking in the background will come her, nemesis will pop up in chat, and then they'll start fucking going at it one-on-one. Yeah, actually, I hadn't seen Becky around for a while until like this time in Jeff's when she popped up with her wrench. Oh dear. Yeah, she's a funny fucking girl, that one. Well, Jeff's obviously got...
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of mute him because he's just talking stupid. Okay, that type of dry red coat humor doesn't make me laugh. Let's put it that way. Not entertaining, except what's going on here in the chat. Shizzle and Moose going back and forth. Moose says, stay pressed. Shizzle comes back. He's just going to keep on asking questions. Moose says, yeah, that is true. So he asks Moose, well, are you an RSO? He just says, are you? And Moose says he's not an RSO. He's 0 charges in his life ever, if that's what you're asking. He moved west to do better. And so Shizzle says, why would somebody ask that about you, Moose? Or make that accusation? And then he goes, well, ask Gomez. You know. Oh, you know. But he doesn't want to admit to it that, he wanted to throw that type of stuff around first. And when he gets it back, oh, it is a cry fest. Shizzle goes, well, did you talk shit on him first? You did ask. Oh, and then Moose comes back. See, here's the subversiveness. You have no friend, Shizzle. You said it recently. What does that have to do with just telling the truth? So he says, answer the question. Moose redirects it and says, be direct. So he says it again. Did you talk shit on him? Moose says, who? To play dumb. The people that you claim said that about you being an RSO. Got to fast forward a little bit. We're just going through the chat. Oh, and now he's just saying that's being indirect. See, that's just the shill move. That's some shill shit right there. Is it offset, Moose? Moosey means, have you talked shit about Gomez? He mentioned another name. If you want to be specific, Moose did talk shit on Gomez. You're leaving a name out, clever guy. Whoa, what happened? Oh, might have some book burning there. So I was referencing them. Did Moose talk shit on him first? That's what Shizzle's asking. He's asking him. See, he's just playing. Moose is either too dumb. I mean, come on. Thinking he's this great restreamer, winning awards restreaming. It's some stupid shit. Since July. Moose won't answer the question. Moose saying be direct. It was direct. See, he's playing stupid games to get out of it. Shizzle saying it's an easy yes or no. Before the Moose, okay, so before the Moose is an RSO claim was ever mentioned besides Gomez, who else have you talked shit about that would also claim that? Nobody, says Moose. Calling the Thunder account, someone calling someone an RSO very serious. Yeah, like Slovids wanted to do. I don't think anybody really reported him or blinked an eye on that. That's okay. So obviously it's okay, right? Especially through the algorithm, stuff like that. You want to call somebody like me, use my stage name and twist it into something seriously gross, right? I might do the same thing. Oh, it's like Nunya. Oh, don't talk shit on my name, right? It's just your stage name. Well, somebody was doing it. Nunya was doing it to somebody else. She said that too. You want to talk shit on my name? It's a stage name. Shut up. Okay, I haven't heard that claim. See, and then support. Twist it around, support. Moose says, went through this 2 days ago. Moose claimed Gomez and Nunya called him an RSO. Oh, Thunder account's going, dude, you better walk away from this one. They got you pinned, dude. Oh, and that's a redirector, the Thunder account. Maybe that's Thunder Thighs, Miss, that's Thunderstorm Fries. Tacos. Maybe that's her sock account. Thunder, to help it get in there for damage control. Get out of there, Moose. You're getting annihilated. We know you started calling him Chomez first. Don't cry and play victim like Fellowmon. He's toast. He had to cry on stream and to get freaking first responders on his stream like freaking K-Rams to cry on their shoulder. There it is. Called Nunya. She called me. And again, Shizzle, did you talk shit on him first? Let's see what the hens are doing here.
As like a TV show, it's like it becomes tired after a while.
See,
it was sort of fun and interesting.
Dry red coat humor, like you'd see at a freaking Saturday night movie at the barracks. What did you call them, Moose? He said, oh, deflect with shadow band. Them? Right, them.
The same, and then it's, it's had
yep,
season
Big
3
Moose,
where
Thunder's calling it out. Big Moose up to odd stuff now. Yep, being
jumped
called
shark
out.
and it's become a bit karaoke.
They're gonna have to freaking flip sides on them when they lose. Sure that Nick Cuck and Spamgela and all these other weirdos, Looney Junie helping out Moose will just feel the heat from this one. Moose is who is feeding you, Shizzle? That's I'm responding. I'm not feeding anyone. Mr. Cox here. Them, Gomez and Nunya. Johnny Cash vibes. Gomez said it, and Nunya repeat it. Yeah, but why? Why would I do something like that, you shill bags? Moose won't answer the question. Big Moose, look at the stuff done to me. Just let it go and consider the source. Oh, that might be tacos in a Thunder Fries account. Thunder Thigh Fries. Shizzle does a mic drop. Moose gets wrenched right there. And total deflection from there. Not questioned. Oh, poor victim, Big Moose. Thunder helps him redeflect. And that's it. Isn't that amazing? Moose gets wrenched. If Thunder is pissing him off, they can do a lap. Sees a total outright book burning little bound to the Redcoats. They got to show that they're neutral to go at. The Thunder accounts got to go at Moose a little bit. But that's some social media drama news coming out of the chat room last night. Big drama meltdown debacle. Oh, Moose saying, I'm fast forwarding here. Moose is saying that he's retiring. Sure, right. That's in the script.
Like he had a ridiculous number, right? And you're there going, well, because he only decoyed and, PvP, Alex, FDK, these people are catching, does it mean that he does nothing? Like, it's like back when I used to help teams, like, if you're only helping back end, maybe admin stuff, does that mean that you're not?
There you go. There you go. Big Moose says he's dying goodbye. More suicide LARPing when you get pushed into the corner and can't answer shit because you're on the losing team. There it is in the chat. In Telly's chat. Probably not going to call it out like the Vic. Oh, when he gets pressed. Fuck off with that bullshit. Vic says his God is higher than God. It's still the God of the world, which isn't higher than God. You just got more access to that lowercase g because you're a loser. With Telly, big L in the middle. For not calling it out. I at least give Jeff a little bit of credit for calling it out. Fucking scumbags, at least. Anyways, I gotta get out of here. Thanks for tuning in. Here's some music. That's all I got for you today. Double dipping. Doing a double dip in the hot tub. Here's one from Monophonics. Hang on. See what it sounds like. Oh.
Don't keep on saying it's too late. Let you know right from wrong. holding on to what you gave me. Why you pushing me to move on? We know we're fooling ourselves, so you put your mind at ease, knowing that we can't do it again. While I keep on begging you, please, don't leave me hanging on in another love. Don't leave me hanging on in another love. Got me pacing the floor at night, about to walk an extra mile, keeping me here for all your wrong reasons. I can see it in your smile. Emotions taking over now, asking you to come home, remind you of our happiness. Baby, no one wants to be alone. No, no, don't leave me hanging on